U.S. Representative Nancy Mace, a Republican at that, has come out to state that the United States Congress should have a say on whether or not U.S. boots enter Iranian soil or territory or not. Over the last few months, over the last month of the illegal war, Congress has not convened to approve or deny the illegal war in Iran involving U.S. and Israeli troops. And Donald Trump still has yet to explain how this war is going to benefit Americans who, after the weekend of no keen's protests, with the Iranian war high on that list of grievances against the U.S. president, we have yet to hear a respectful, and, meaningful response from the Trump administration as to why this war is still ongoing. We've also heard that Trump has been planning to launch boots on the ground in Iran. We've heard the Pentagon has been making plans for weeks, 2 months long ground invasion of Iran. Obviously, the Trump administration and the White House and Pentagon have been trying to keep this under wraps, but so far it's not looking very close-lipped. On top of that, today we seen in an interview that Donald Trump has made another statement which is causing concern and suspicion amongst the American public. He told a podcast or in an interview with the Financial Times that he wants to take Iranian oil. So finally, the truth comes out. Obviously, we know the war was on the behalf of the Israelis, but now he has confessed that he also wants to take, steal Iranian oil, which the U.S. does not need after we have stolen from Venezuela their oil. So it's interesting how Trump is trying to add piracy into this war of choice. Now back to the main topic. Congress has not authorized this war. They have not approved it. They have not intervened and voted to approve of it. It was a war that Trump started on his own, thinking he has the right to start wars without congressional approval. He does not. Congress is the only one authorized by the Constitution to wage war on a foreign sovereign nation. And of course, this war is destroying Trump's credibility. It's destroying America's credibility. His popularity continues to take further and further dumps as he's now sitting at a pretty low 36% approval rating, down from the 40% he was sitting at a few weeks ago. The American people do not want this war. Congress did not want this war. The only people who wanted this war was the Israelis and Trump administration. And if you've been paying attention to the news, it seems that there's been conflicting messages that the Trump administration is looking for an off-ramp from this war, but the military buildup of additional troops into the region indicates otherwise. The Trump administration did give a 15-point peace plan to Iranian officials to discuss possibly ending the war, but it was rejected by the Iranian officials, who declared it to be maximalist and super biased against Iran. So we don't expect to see the war end soon, but at the same time, we're seeing barrels of oil rising past $110 per barrel. And with the Houthis now entering the war, that's only going to escalate the situation. So with the Trump administration seemingly interested in launching boots on either Kharg Island, which is the Iranians' main oil hub for importing and exporting oil. There's also talks of launching boots on the mainland of Iran. The problem with this, though, is not only is it illegal, a violation of international law, it's also going to end in a disaster for American troops. Iran is a country of 90 million people. It's a geography that U.S. troops aren't used to fighting in. It's rocky, it's barren, it's got mountains, and it's full of anti-American people because these people have been under the weight of U.S. sanctions for years. They've been forced to be slandered against by the U.S. So these people have no love for the U.S. Most likely will never want to help the United States. Not only will the U.S. be facing tough Iranian military resistance, they will also most likely face civilian resistance as well, as Trump came in declaring he was going to help the Iranian people. But entering the second month of this war, Trump has not done that. He's not helped them. He's actually hurt them more. The closest he's done to helping them is by easing Iranian oil sanctions for 30 days. But unfortunately, Congress has been essentially sidelined by an autocratic leader who believes himself to be above the law. And this is why he's dangerous. Trump is dangerous for not just the world, but for the American people. He doesn't believe himself to be, limited with checks and balances or with the standard rule of law that surrounds the position of President of the United States, which carries a lot of political power and weight. Trump sees himself above all that. He sees himself outside all of the rules and regulations and policies. This is not good. So coming back to the final point, I do not believe Congress will be able to get the final say about launching ground assaults on Iranian territory, as Trump has not even talked to them, has not done anything with Congress. He's essentially bypassed Congress launching this war. He's not gotten any of the complaints addressed. He's not communicated with them. He's not explained it to them in a reasonable way. He's essentially kicking them out, kicking them to the side like they're not really a part of the process. And I guess the final point is that people are worried that Trump is shredding American democracy at a rate unhitherto for quite a while. And this is also intimidating the American public because Trump is more interested, it seems, in his own public image than in the safety, well-being, security of the American people.